Yo guys, what is going on? NumbNexus here, bringing you guys a Altaria Mega Evolution, more along stats, analysis, and stuff like that. We have not gotten stats yet, but a lot of people have been very curious as to how they're gonna run Altaria, because I have played a bunch of lower tiers, so I mean, I'm sort of known for that kind of stuff. So I have run Altaria many times. I've run Specs, Dragon Dance, Bulky. I've run many Altaria sets like that, even Scarfed, so I think I know how I would run this, and I've been getting a lot of questions saying, hey Nexus, how would you run this? How would you run that? So I made a little bit of like 4 sets. I made 4 sets. If you know any sets that are not on here, then by all means, please don't go and like hating saying, oh, your set sucks. Just, you know, just drop it in the comment section and have a conversation. With that being said, guys, leave a like if you hit the like button if you are enjoying this video and you find it very helpful as well. And then let me know in the comments down below if you found this helpful. If you're going to be running Altaria this way, and do you even like Mega-Altaria, do you think it's going to be good? I think it's going to be good because the typing it has actually can be run both ways, offensively with the ability and defensively, because now you can eat up fighting types. So come in, Bob, with the Terrakion, because you're no longer flying. What is a Terrakion? A little bit of poison jab? Joke, hyper voice that you live. Alright, but we should do, I'm going to do damage calcs as well. I gotta do damage calcs as well, so let's open up damage calcs right here. Let's open up damage calcs. There we go. Bob, I have damage calcs open right there. Alright, bet. So I'm actually gonna pull open this damage calcs and make this smaller. I'm a professional as hell, but at this point it doesn't even matter. So we're gonna minimize that. Alright, so here's the first Altaria set that I got. You can't, the item is Altaria, right? Clearly, so I mean, if you really want me to type it out, do you know what to pick, even if it's not an item yet? Altaria, I think that's what it'd be called. It's gonna have Pixelate for the ability, so I decided to run an all-out, specially offensive, quick, speedy set, where a Hyper Voice, because Pixelate does make normal moves, give it the fairy type ability, so like Body Slam, Double Edge, you know, Facade, they all become fairy if you have the ability, which is gonna have. So I'd come in and go with Hyper Voice for a Fairy Stab. It's very powerful. It's like base 90, so it is a very powerful move. Draco Meteor, because it's like the strongest Dragon Stab that it can learn. You also could run Dragon Pulse if you don't want like to lose a special attack drop by 2 stages. If you don't want that happening, then by all means run Dragon Pulse. And as well as for Fire Blast, because you know a Steel type can body you, so why not come in on that? And then as well we have Agility, you know, to get that speed up, so that way you can sweep. So it's like a sweeper Altaria set, you know, it's sort of like Mega Ampharos, except Altaria is a lot faster. I can say that it's base 80 speed. I don't know if they're gonna raise speed or not, or if lower it and make it like defensive like they did with Sabama Snow. I don't know how they're gonna work it yet because we haven't gotten official stats. But right now, let's see what it doesn't cover. It's got the Fairy, Dragon, Steel types. At this point, how would it do against another Dragon? Hyper Voice and your Fairy type, you're good to go. Bet. How to do against another Fairy type? You have Hyper Voice, that's your own Fairy Stab, and Fairy is neutral to you, so you should be able to do at least eat that up quite well. Again, Mega-Altaria is gonna be a very bulky Pokemon. They're not gonna touch the HP at all, but it's very bulky. Like max HP, so that's like 354. So it is gonna be quite bulky. And Altaria losing the flying type attribute is gonna be so good for it. It's gonna be like Togekiss, but like better. You know, it's gonna be exactly like Togekiss in a way. Probably gonna be used in similar ways as Togekiss as well, because Togekiss can be used all this way, where it's completely offensive or defensive. So Togekiss can run both ways as well. So the only backdraw is, I think, besides, like, I don't think it gets Calm Mind, does it? Doesn't get Calm Mind or Nasty Plot. Does it get Work Up? Nope. Does it get Home Claws? Yeah. So literally the only kind of boosting that it has is for a physical attack stat boost, and I guess that really isn't the best, because I would have loved it. I mean, maybe he's gonna get Nasty Plot with the new move tutors, I don't know. I just unfortunately does not get any moves that sort of help out his special side, you know? But that's why it's set number 1. So if you enjoy using this set, then by all means use it. You don't have to give me credit or anything, because I just built this stuff off the top of the head. There'll be other people that probably do it. But that's just set number 1. Set number 2 is a physical offensive set. It's completely offensive, speedy. We got clear the items again. If you really want me to type it out, Altarite, I think it's what it's called, Altariite. There we go. Tongue Twister. We're gonna have a D-Dancing set here with D-Dance, Dragon Claw. I'd rather not have Outrage, and I don't recommend Outrage as well, because of the fact that now that we have fairies in this meta, Outrage is not the best of the moves anymore, because you're gonna get locked in, and when a fairy comes out, I mean, you could kill a Pokemon, but then a fairy type could come out, you go on that, and you know, that's not fun. So I recommend Dragon Claw, that way that you won't have to be locked in. Double Edge, even though you're going to be taking like 33%, like a third of recoil, it's going to be insanely powerful. With a base 120 move, with a physical attack stat of 70, which is probably going to jump up to 100. That's insane. That's insane. Even higher than 100. Maybe even like, I think it's going to be around 100, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say 100. I don't think they're going to go above 30 points and giving it. So 100 here, 100 here, I think they're going to run it. I don't know. But all I know is that it's insanely powerful move, especially with Pixelate, which make it a fairy type move. And you know how like all fairy type Pokemon are all very specially defensive? There's literally no fairy type out there that's a really good physical wall. We got like what? Isn't the best thing like Gramble? I think Gramble is the best thing because his defense is really high and he also has Intimidate. So I think Gramble is the best physically defensive fairy type. Otherwise, well, we got Clefable. Clefable can be good defensively, but physically defensive, so I guess we can say that too. But Gramble is just a little better with the Intimidate, it helps him out. We got Clefable, which can run both ways, so I'm probably not even going to say Clefable. We got Sylveon, Wigglytuff, Togekiss, Azumarill, which Azumarill can also be run to physically defensive as well. It's just more along, they're better, especially defensive-wise, and hitting a fairy type the physical way is going to be knocking it out a lot quicker than hitting it the special way. So this being a physical fairy move, look at Player Up, that's going to be the strongest physical fairy move. Oh my god. Because Player Up is like, look, Player Up is like what? Player Up is like what, 90? That's not even gonna tell us. Alright, well yeah, Player Up is like 90, 95, one of the two. And this is 120. A 120 base power for a fairy physical move? That's insanely powerful. And he's gonna just destroy UU because I think Altaria Mega is gonna be in the UUT. That's just me. But I give it Double Edge, we just spoke about that. And then Earthquake, you know, because it's just good filler moves. So right now, let's see, we cannot touch. Dragon Claw, we can't touch a fairy type with that. That's why we have either Double Edge or EQ, we're good to go. Or set up a D-Dance on that, and then Double Edge EQ. We have Double Edge, which will turn to a fairy move. We can't touch steel types that hard with it. That's why we have Earthquake. And then if it's a levitating Pokemon, most likely like, Bronzong, which Bronzong's usage is about to go up. So what you could do, you could take out the Earthquake and you could make it mix and you could run Fire Blast. That also could be a good filler just because of Bronzong, even though Bronzong probably will run Heat Proof now, but if he does run Heat Proof, then you can just run Earthquake to destroy it. That's just a really good filler. I think that's only the best filler, to be honest. Yeah, that's actually the best filler, yeah. If you really don't want to run Earthquake, you can run it mixed with just that one mixed move and go Flamethrower or Fire Blast, either or. It hits Steel types pretty hard. And that should be it, because Scizor can just Bullet Punch you, and you want to at least take it and get off a... Let's see how much the Bullet Punch from Scizor will do. Bullet Punch from Scizor, if we check... screw that. Alright, no. No! Alright, so Bullet Punch from Scizor, let's check. Let's do Mega Scizor. Alright, so if we're gonna do Mega Scizor, alright, bet. And we're gonna go with a Mega-Altaria. Okay, no. Alright, I'll go regular Altaria. And we can change the typing to Dragon Fairy. That's gonna be about 75 or 74 to 88%. So it's gonna be doing a lot of damage, but you can at least guaranteedly take one, and that's with no boost. That's max attack, adamant, with no Swords Dance up. So with the Swords Dance up, that is going to be a guaranteed overkill. Holy crap. And then if we're going to check a regular Scizor, which if we then pack a Choice Band onto that, Bullet Punch is an overkill. So that's just going off if regular Altaria is going to be a Dragon Fairy. So I really can't go off with damage calcs onto that. We don't have stats, but we're just going to assume right now that if we were a Dragon Fairy, now, how would it look like? So, yeah, that's just how it would look like. So again, Earthquake is the prior move, but if you want to really run a Fire Blast, then I'd be good for just Bronzong and other steel types. I'd say then if you put in Fire Blast, you really can't touch Heatran then. So what are you gonna do to Heatran? So it's really one or the other, to be honest. Either one could work. And then we got a stall, somewhat of a stall. Altaria said here, I'm a douche because I know people always tell me, why don't you ever play stall? Why would I play stall? Why would I play it? I do not like stall at all. But for the guys that do, here's a stall the Altaria set right here. We got Roost, Protect, Toxic, and Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice for a stab move. It also destroys its Dragon Brethren, Sisterin, so, you know, pops them, it's gonna be really good. The only backdraw is you cannot touch a steel type absolutely whatsoever at all. You cannot touch a steel type absolutely whatsoever at all. So instead, if you really want to be reckless, take a Protect for Flamethrower. Take out Roost. You know, you want Roost for Toxic. Toxic and Roost work really well together. So I never said that these sets would be perfect. A Steel type will easily be able to destroy Altaria. Altaria just gets outclassed by Steel types. I'm telling you right now. Even with Fire Blast and Flamethrower, Steel types are preferably bulky. You know, most Steel types are bulky. Besides like Lucario, most Steel types, and a few others, but most Steel types are really bulky. So, you know, hitting it with a ×4 move, a ×2 move is going to be really nice. So, I mean, hey, if you really want to be that guy and take out Protect for Flamethrower, you really want to be that guy, then by all means do it. But then you can't touch Heatran with this set. So again, I'm not telling you that these sets are great. Again, I just want to point this out so much because I know a lot of people are going to be in the comments saying, wow, this gets outclassed by a Steel type. It gets outclassed by Heatran, Bronzong, Skarmory. Like, I know, I'm aware of this, but still, you know, it's just, I'm just giving you options right now on how to run it. So you could run Flamethrower as well over the Protect. I would actually more now recommend Flamethrower now over the Protect. I'd recommend that. Or yeah, I definitely would recommend that. Flamethrower now over the Protect. It just does what it needs to do. It's really convenient. But again, Protect, Flamethrower, so I'm just going to do /protect. So you really could do either one, to be honest. Either one is up to you. I should probably do the other one. Let me do it as well. Fire Blast. Alright, bet. This one is good. We're looking good. We're looking really. No, why did I hit enter? Fire Blast. Alright, so if I move over, it's gonna automatically change? That's lame. Alright, well, yeah, here's a solid set right here. Again, you could run this or Protect. It's really up to you. It is just really up to you. Though I recommend one or the other again. It comes into the certain scenario that you're gonna be needing because I probably would never use Mega-Altaria and OU. So in UU, if we check right here, let's check the UU tier. In UU, what Pokemon could you think could stop it? Probably Flamethrower again for the Aggron. Again, we don't have much Steel types in UU. Fortress maybe, but still Hyper Voice is probably going to be doing a lot of damage to Fortress, so I would not really. Well, Jirachi, true, Jirachi is going to be very annoying. The usages for Jirachi is probably going to rise just for this guy right here. Metagross, yep, Metagross. Metagross is probably going to be gone though as soon as the freaking what's it called? As soon as Metagross comes up, Metagross is probably going to jump straight back up to OU, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's check what else. That's really it. So really, what Metagross, Aggron, Jirachi, and Fortress. That's really the only Steel types inside of this tier. Am I forgetting anybody? I feel like Empoleon! God, how could I forget about Empoleon? I love Empoleon. Yeah, even if you're in Flamethrower, Empoleon's gonna be very good at stopping this guy, so running Earthquake for a physical Altaria is gonna be really good for Empoleon. It's gonna be very good for that. But then again, you're probably not gonna be able to touch Entei because Hyper Voice or Flamethrower. So I don't recommend this set at all. It's really bootleg, it's really bad. But if you wanna be that guy and be cool in front of your friends and be like, hey bro, I gotta stall Altaria, so let's go right now, and you stall the hell out of them, then by all means, use up one of your Mega slots for a stall Pokemon. By all means, do it. I don't recommend it, but just do it. Well, I mean, I do recommend it because I'm making this video, but I'm contradicting myself. I'm white. And then we got the last set, which is going to be a physically defensive Altaria set, which got Heal Bell, Dragon Pulse, Roost, and Hyper Voice. Again, cannot touch a Steel type, so I probably would not change the set because I'm not even thinking about it right now. 1v1, you're probably not going to stay in on a Steel type, so I recommend bringing somebody on your team that can handle that Steel type. There you go. I probably should have said that a lot sooner than saying, oh, change the sets. No, that sounds a lot better now, and I'm way happier with that. We got Heal Bell just to support the team. It's more volume support physically defensive Altaria. Heal Bell's going to support the team really well, because if you have like a physical Pokemon, let's say for example, you're running a Choice Banded, Choice Banded what? Let's say Choice Banded, Azov, and you got Will-O-Wisp, alright? You can Heal Bell and get rid of that. You have Dragon Pulse and Hyper Voice just for stab coverage, and then Roost just, you know, so you can get your HP back up to live a longer, you know, do a little more damage, dwindle them down with Dragon Pulse and Hyper Voice, and such like that. The last two sets, I'm really not feeling, just kind of threw them together. They're not the best. I more along would recommend these two. These two are way better. You could run all out, especially offensive too, and be that guy. Maybe throw in Ice Beam, maybe throw in Body Slam, be that guy. But that's gonna be it though. So if you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be helpful, give that video a thumbs up. It is for the channel on the itself. Let me know in the comments down below your sets for Mega-Altaria. Well, you would run, if you would run Mega-Altaria, what tier do you think Mega-Altaria is probably going to be in? I'd say it's probably going to be in UU. You let me know what you're going to think it's going to be in, as well as what do you think it's going to be the best stat it's going to be raised up, because right now its physical and special attack is exactly the same. So I'm thinking special defense, but that's just me. With that being said, guys, also try not to be hostile, again, because in these videos, like, people are usually hostile. It's a moveset video, you're not being forced to use it, don't use it if you don't like it. And with that being said, guys, I will catch you all later.